Hi everybody, it's Kara. I have a couple of new things to share with you, but before I do that, I wanted to have just a quick chat. So you're gonna have to stare at my hands for just a few minutes. I wanted to talk about kind of some things that I've said on previous videos about items that I've bought. Basically, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know that I am totally addicted to paper and notebooks and journals and planners. I've made no attempt to hide that. I think in the past, though, I've kind of made the attempt to almost apologize for it to a certain degree, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I have decided that instead of saying I am a girl who likes small planners or ringed planners or spiral planners or whatever, I'm just going to say I'm a girl who likes planners. I'm a girl who likes paper, and I'm going to continue to collect them whenever I feel the urge to do so, and I'm going to continue to share them with you guys. I have some new paper things to share with you, but I wanted to put that out there because I know in the past I've said, you know, I think this is best for me or I think that's best for me, and I'm going to try my hardest to stop saying that because in reality I just like to try new products, new paper things. Hopefully one day there'll be something that is the one for me, and maybe this one is it, maybe it's not, but I'm going to continue to share those things with you guys and give you an opportunity to look at them and see them and get my thoughts on them. So that's what this video is all about. It's about some new paper products that I got, and I basically started really getting interested in this because of Instagram, and a lot of people had really talked up this particular planner. I didn't want to get a planner this late in the year. I really tried to avoid it. So what I did to start off with, to try this company's products, is I got their Planwell journal, which is what this is. It's basically a notebook, and I'll show it to you here in just a second. It is from Inkwell Press, and I bought it instead of a planner to try out Inkwell Press's products, and I'm telling you, I love this thing. I haven't started using it yet because I wanted to do a video before I actually started writing in it, and then once I start writing in it, I'll share it with you down the road in a few weeks. This thing is beautiful. It's hard covers on both sides. The binding is not traditional spiral binding. These are little squares that are cut in there. It feels to me a lot sturdier than the spiral binding that I'm normally used to. It's about 6 inches across, not including the wire binding, and it's a little over 8 inches in length. It's about 8 1/4 inch or so, and it's relatively compact. I believe there's 100 pages in here. Okay, and when you open it up, you have the front cover. I'm going to probably put something here eventually. And then you have this front little kind of cover page where you can put your name and address and phone number and all that jazz. And then you go right in to the notebook. And the notebook is grid. So hopefully you can see that. Basically there's 4 sections in here. They change colors as they go through the book. So that would make it about 25 pages per section. Up here is a place to put the date, the subject, and then the purpose. You could put taking notes, setting agenda, making plans, or other. And this is pretty much how the entire notebook is set up. You go through it and it basically just stays the same as far as the layout goes, the grids and this, but it changes colors. Okay? It lays flat right from the get-go. Hopefully you can see that. You can work on it like this with no worries. Okay? And it's beautiful. I love it. I would not have said normally that I would go for this particular cover, but I think it's really, really classic looking. I think it's beautiful with that wood grain behind the white chevron. It's really pretty. This, if I remember correctly, is $24 plus shipping online at Inkwell Press. So I picked up one of them to try. Now when I got this, I still had no intentions of getting a planner, but when I felt the paper, guys, it is, I mean, for someone who loves paper, let me tell you, this is really nice. It's incredibly smooth. It's very thick. I don't remember what weight the paper is off the top of my head, but I'm sure it says it on the website. It's just gorgeous. So I'm thinking this is going to hold up to all sorts of ink. And it's really, really nice. So once I'd seen this up close, I was getting more and more tempted by the planner. Still wasn't going to get it, and then it went on sale. So I thought, you know what? I should get it on sale. I should try it out, and that way I'll know if in September I want to get the 2016 version. Okay? So before I show you the planner, let me just say one more thing about this. There are 3 options for the cover, this one and 2 more. So if you're interested, go check that out. Like I said, I believe it's called the Planwell Journal, and it's $24. So when they went on sale, I picked up the planner. This is the Inkwell Press Planner. It's beautiful. Now normally when you first get it, you can have something put down here, or at least in 2015 you could have something put down here in gold foil. Obviously this was kind of an end of the year product, so they're just shipping out what they have in stock, and so that's why there's nothing, you know, unique down here. I do want to show you a size comparison. Okay, so here is that difference. All right, so the planner is obviously quite a bit bigger. It's got the same kind of hardcover front and back, right? It's got the same squares instead of that kind of traditional spiral binding. Nice and sturdy rings, really, really pretty. Now these on the notebook, at least on mine, are silver. This is more of a kind of a brass or copper color, which really matches well with the cover design. Okay. The elastic cord for it is built in. All right, it's built into the back cover, and it lays, you know, it lays flat back here, so you don't have to worry about there being a bump or anything when you're writing. Now I think a lot of you guys have probably already seen this, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but I will say it has the same feel as that notebook, meaning, or the same features, I guess, meaning it lays flat right from the beginning. Okay, it has that, it does have a detachable ruler. It has that front cover for putting your information. And then it has a few unique features like your calendar, goal setting for the year, important dates, and then it starts going into the months, and you get some note paper. Each month you get a monthly calendar. You get a mission board, you know, for setting goals for each month, place for notes and what they call notes and rambling, and then you have your weekly calendar. Now I got the classic view. I think that was the only one available when I ordered, but there's also something called the Flex. These are probably, if not already sold out, close to being sold out, but new ones will come out in September if you're interested. I'm going to use the months prior to where I'm at in here to test out a variety of things like pen ink, stamping, all those kind of things, different layouts. I'm going to try all of that. I haven't, again, started in this yet because I wanted to show it to you guys, you know, blank before I did, but I have to say it's really pretty. It's got really nice soft colors in it. The classic view has little numbers to the side, so if you wanted to, you know, be very scheduled and regimented, you could, but the numbers are so faint that you could stamp on top of them or write on top of them, kind of like you would in the Hobonichi, which without a problem. So far, in just looking at it, I'm really impressed. The paper is that same smooth feeling paper. It's that same thick paper. I'm impressed with the quality of it. I'm not sure yet that this one will work for me layout wise. That's why I wanted to try the classic, because if I don't like the classic, but I like the planner, I may get the Flex in 2016. But just the quality of this planner is really, really nice. I'm really impressed with it, and I'm hoping that it holds up to a lot of different inks and things like that. Let me just quickly show you the rest of the planner. Each month has a little tab. You go through each month and you have, you know, your notes, you have your month, you have that mission board, another note page, and then your weeks, and that goes through the whole year. And you'll notice that, you know, the months change color and they match kind of the tab. So there's April, and here are some weeks, days in April. It goes through the entire thing. I think the colors, in looking at it, I believe the colors repeat themselves, so maybe each color happens twice. So then when you get to the very back, after December, you have a little tab that says fun stuff. So you have a little area here for planning trips. Where are we heading, how many nights, and there's all sorts of airline accommodations, car rental, and all that jazz. So you could fill this in if you were going to be going on a trip and take it with you. Then there's a section which I think is awesome. I'm going to be using this one for sure, which is the gift list. So up here it says shopping for, ideas, item purchased, money spent. Then down here there's a little section for ideas for me. So if somebody asks, hey, what do you want for your birthday? You could look in there and give them some ideas. Then over here you have good movies, add them to the queue, and good books to read. So you have a couple little sections for that. And then you have a notes section. Now this notes section looks very, very close, if not identical, other than it's larger, to what's in the notebook. Okay? So if you happen to have the calendar already and want to know what's in the notebook, just look at this. This is it right here. I'm really pleased with the way these two kind of fit together, and I'll tell you kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to do with the journal here in just a second. So you go through the notes and you have probably 6 or so pages of notes. You have a 2016 calendar back here. You have this paper folder that you could put things in if you wanted to keep your bills in here, things like that. To be truthful, you know, the Erin Condren has one similar to this. I don't find this hugely useful for me. I don't know that I'll take it out yet, but I did when I tried out the Erin Condren, and I didn't really miss it. But it is there, and it's nice quality, thicker kind of cardstock-like paper. And then you have this little envelope in the back. I have something stuck in there that I was writing on, but basically it just opens like this, and you can stick things in there as well, which I think is kind of a cool little item on here. Okay, so that's basically I think it's called a Livewell planner, if I remember correctly, and I love it. I think it's a really gorgeous product. I like the hard covers. I like the built-in cover elastic, I guess if you want to call it that. I like the binding. I'm not a huge fan of the traditional spiral binding, and this seems a lot sturdier. I think it's just a really, really gorgeous planner. I'm going to probably use this as a combination of a little bit of everything. I'm going to put, you know, my crafty life in here, my bills and all that jazz, and then I'm going to use my little Weeks Hobonichi, I think is the portable one, just the kind of general reminder thing when I'm out and about. And then on this one, the little Planwell journal, I'm going to use this for planning my, like, the full-out planning of what I want to say in videos, what I want to, you know, what kind of projects I want to do, that kind of thing, in the hopes that these two together will get me a little bit more organized and on the ball with some of those things, because I have a ton of ideas floating around my head, but I have not, excuse me, been writing them down, and I'm hoping this will work out. So I'll have these two, and then the Weeks Hobonichi, that's the one that I kind of take with me in my purse, because I don't want to carry this big thing in my purse. For me, that's just too much weight to carry around. I'd prefer to leave this at home and have kind of the auxiliary one be my Hobonichi Weeks. So I hope you guys have found this helpful. There's, I'm sure, a ton of videos out there on the Inkwell press planner. You can definitely check those out. And if you have any questions for me, let me know. Once I have set up some stuff in these, I will show them to you again. I will let you know what I think of them once I'm actually using them, how they're working, how they're not working, all that good stuff. And, you know, as always, I hope I hear from you. I like to hear your comments. I like to get your questions. So please feel free to keep those coming. And I think that's everything, guys. Thanks so much for watching this. And as always, I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. Bye, everybody.